Most evidence from this video comes from Dogpack's allegations. I'll link everything in the description. He's the one who's been leading all these allegations, so if you want a more in-depth explanation, then watch his videos. If you somehow don't know, MrBeast is in a lot of hot water because a bunch of employees came out about things he did there. There's already thousands of videos out about it, and not everything is final yet. There's still more evidence being released. But I wanted to give a concise explanation for all the middle-aged dads who watch my channel. Things that he was exposed for were a lot of crimes that he's committed on his channel. Most notably, some of the illegal lotteries he's ran on his channel. A couple years ago, MrBeast ran a live stream where he was selling merch that he signed. Besides the evidence that he was obviously faking signatures, there was also a lot of giveaways during the stream. For some of the shirts he'd buy, he'd throw like an iPhone or $10,000 into the shipping, and his 12-year-old fans with no concept of capitalism would buy these shirts hoping to win a prize. And it was made a lot easier because he would always be saying shit like,
over there doing the numbers, it's like, stop, please. It's like, you do realize every time you give away an Xbox and $1,000, you don't make money. I'm like, oh.
He's talking like he's Christ blessing kids with Xboxes. By the way, he wasn't even close to doing these streams at a loss. Besides the moral issue of it, it also just is illegal. If the lottery is not government owned, one big clause is no purchase necessary. For you to join a sweepstakes, there has to be no fee to join. And obviously to join, you have to buy a shirt, and there's absolutely no mention of no purchase necessary. And the fact that he did 2 live streams with this with no one batting an eye is kind of crazy. Not to mention, he did a whole version of this with Feastables. It was like some Charlie and the Chocolate Factory shit where if you opened one and you got a ticket, you could win like a prize. The top prize being going to the MrBeast Chocolate Factory for that one video. His lawyers actually did put a no purchase necessary clause. The no purchase necessary is just you had to write why you wanted it on a note card, and then you had to ship it to MrBeast's address. Besides the fact that the competition may have been rigged, which I'm not going to get into right now, I don't think this is that crazy. Companies do sweepstakes like this all the time, most notably like McDonald's Monopoly thing. But also one thing he's talking about always is the taste, so I ran a little experiment. I bought his shitty candy bars. Now I didn't want to give this guy too much money, so the only flavors I got were the milk chocolate and the peanut butter. Also, because those are the only 2 flavors they really had. One thing I'm noticing is this scan, snack, win thing. I'm gonna go ahead and scan these. I'm doing an unboxing video. Okay, that was an application for the Feastables friends and family. I don't know what these pages do. I'm genuinely confused. I'm glad that I can give him data by paying for this chocolate bar. Okay, anyways, taste test. Let's go. Milk chocolate first, because this is what Hershey's is. You guys are getting a lower jaw review for this. Okay, let's try this. Get one more of this, actually. I'm gonna be honest. I really want to hate, but that's really good. Like, it's actually pretty good chocolate. Like, okay, next, the peanut butter. That was really bad. The milk chocolate, I give like an 8. The peanut butter, I give like a 3. Trust me, there's a lot more allegations in this, and shit gets a lot crazier. The next big thing to come out after this was his mistreatment of employees. Jake Weddle, who is an employee and also in a lot of the old videos, went on an interview with Dogpack. He talked a bit about workplace toxicity and MrBeast's favoritism, but most of it was about his story of being in a MrBeast challenge. The video $10,000 every day you stay in solitary confinement was actually the second take MrBeast had. Jake Weddle was actually the participant the first time around. The facility Weddle was placed in had no filtered water. This just meant that the hot tub he had wasn't hot at all, and it just smelled like shit. This was also along with comments that there was no hot water or cold water in the facility. The other thing was that they wouldn't let Weddle turn the lights off at night because it would ruin the time lapses. Just doing some quirky research here for no particular reason at all. Oh, look at that. This, along with no hot water, along with the smell of sewage, made this basically a prison cell. He said it gave him pretty severe insomnia and bad mental health issues afterwards. The main argument is that he could have left whenever he wanted, but the thing is, there's just such an immense amount of peer pressure. Jimmy kind of takes advantage of the prestige that being in a MrBeast challenge has, and that's how he can kind of manipulate people into doing whatever he wants them to do during challenge. In this case, that would be running a whole-ass marathon with no training. He's completely fucked up his ankle, so he finally decided to leave after 10 days. When MrBeast flew him out, he flew him out with the proposition of about $300,000, but he only ended up getting paid about a third of. And also, he got no exposure because obviously the video was never made. The rest of this video, a quick disclaimer because shit gets a lot deeper, and if you have like an issue with that, feel free to click off. The guy in this mask in this frame right here is Delaware, and it's one of the biggest fuck-ups MrBeast has made. This man was hired with a criminal record and is on the sex offender registry. He was placed on the registry for sexually assaulting somebody who was younger than a teenager. There's absolutely no way this man should be allowed to work at anything where this many children are involved. involved. Even if there are none on set, this entire channel is targeted towards children. It was kind of a known secret within all the employees that he was on the registry. He's literally called Delaware because apparently he's not allowed in the state of Delaware. There's essentially no way MrBeast doesn't know about this. And even if he doesn't, that would mean they don't run background checks on their employees. I personally think this is the most important thing he needs to make a statement on. And finally, what's going on with his main friend, Tyson. This isn't going to be perfect because not everything is known yet. By the time this video comes out, there will probably be more about this. Tyson has recently been revealed to be a sexual predator. The allegations started with a man named Lava on Twitter. He's no longer underage, but at the time he was preyed on, he was. A bunch of Discord screenshots between their conversations also surfaced of Chris just being a total weirdo in general. And then about a week later, all of the Discord screenshots got leaked. Talking about putting nudes in NSFW channels. He was calling underage people lollies, only allowing these people in NSFW channels, and also commissioning child porn. And now there's legitimate evidence that MrBeast did know about this. This screenshot right here shows that he had to at least know a little bit what was going on because he participated. Tracking how usernames worked on Discord and linking it, it is true that this is one of MrBeast's actual Discord accounts. Also, with them being lifelong friends, there's no way MrBeast had no idea. More info about this is constantly being released and nothing is final, and I might make a follow-up if more does happen. Dogpack has a third video by MrBeast in the works right now.